Kevin goes one-on-one with Chronicle star Michael B. Jordan to find out about his found footage superhero movie. Then the big game is this Sunday, and Kevin and Candace will show you the best stuff to watch on, including a 70-inch TV and a radio-controlled cooler. Cool. And Weston Scott goes to the SHOT Show and checks out weapons of mass destruction, including a Colt Gatling gun and a tactical grenade launcher.
Two reasons.
Why?
Two reasons. First and foremost, it's the AOTS Weekend Edition, is it not? I feel like that's one. That's one. The second one, we got the sonogram back. Baby Kevin is the size of a pomegranate now. So we're very excited. Very excited. Thank you. Thank you.
Who's the mama?
Congrats to you.
Oh, to me. Oh,
and yesterday
I didn't even know.
Was Groundhog Day.
It was. What was it ever? Yeah, we didn't know that we would believe the groundhog, so we listened to Wally the Weasel.
Wally the Weasel, who murdered us all with his predictions. Very kind.
I don't think he murdered us. He just knew we were all going to die.
That is true. You almost died several days ago because of a crippling fear of dental floss, which is always a great way to go. What is with the dental floss?
It's not the dental floss. It's the dirty dental floss.
How dirty do you think the dental floss was?
It's been in your teeth, like all that grime that's left over from lunch or from breakfast or whenever, and it's just hanging out in there, and then you floss your tooth and it's stuck on the dental floss. I don't want that anywhere near me.
And then you lick the floss clean. Right? I mean, you were going to eat it anyway. It's not like...
Kevin, stop it.
Really?
I'm serious. It's really gross, and I might throw up.
Oh.
You're grossing her out, too.
Here's it.
I'm okay.
Sarah's holding strong again. All right. Well, speaking of Sarah, I think you have some news for us. Is that correct?
I do, you guys. In a move that sounds like something out of a James Bond movie, WikiLeaks is thinking about putting their servers on a boat in an attempt to evade U.S. authorities. Plus, NASA just got footage of the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
I'll have all the details later in the feed. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. You're welcome.
Thank you, Sarah.
So the big game is this Sunday.
Huge game.
You excited?
Huge game. Which game are we talking about?
The big one.
Oh, I know.
Hey, y'all, come on in. You're just in time to help us get set up for the big game. Now, over here, we have our chips and salsa, sodas. You got it. And over here, Kevin.
Hi.
I don't know your mouth.
Sorry, no, I'm glad you're here, actually. We're just about to take a look at some of the best gear to watch the game. In fact, watch this. Welcome to
the football party edition of Gadget Pr0n. Oh, there it is.
All right, so listen, if you're going to have a giant party to watch an event of the sporting variety, you're going to need two things. One, an escape destination in case you bet on the wrong team and lose your house. Don't laugh, it happens, doesn't it, Dad? And two, you're going to need a giant, awesome TV, which is what we have right here in the 70-inch Sharp Aquos 3D. You got your red, green, and blue pixels, just like a standard set, but Sharp has somehow, through the power of wizardry, unlocked the fourth color of the spectrum, yellow. That means up to 1 billion different colors on this television set. You also have a 240 hertz refresh rate, which means the images are going to look incredibly smooth. It's really some of the best motion enhancement technology we've ever seen on Gadget Pr0n. And it uses Sharp's ultra bright LED technology, which means when you're watching a 3D image, it's not going to look too dim. It's a lot of technology to pack into one television set, which is why you can expect to spend about $3,000 for it. Candace, what are you doing?
What? A party without loudspeakers is lame. Do you hear that? That is the sound of not lame. The Klipsch Gallery G12. Now, these speakers may look innocent, but don't let the small size fool you. These are called LCRS because they can handle being left, center, right, or surround speakers. Now, the tweeter is made of titanium so that it doesn't distort. So every hit, every tackle will sound like it's right in front of you. Now, these babies run for $200 each. But if bass is more of your thing, check out the Klipsch 110 subwoofer. Now this 10-inch box puts out 200 watts continuously and peaks at 450 watts. Now if you don't know what that means, trust me, you are gonna feel it. Now with the speakers, it will run you around 1500, but look at the bright side, your system will be loud enough to drown out your buyer's remorse.
Hey, no, not so fast, Turbo. You can't start the party until you're in complete control of the party. And now with the Logitech Harmony Link device, you can be. Just plug it into your entertainment center and it lets you control up to 8 different devices using only one remote. But what is that remote, you ask? Or I ask, whatever. The answer is easy. It's any Android or iOS powered device. So, I got my tablet here, I launched the free Harmony Link Center application, and in real time I'm navigating every program that's available to watch on television. Tap what you want to change the channel to, and it does it. But you can just slide out a fully featured remote from the side and have access to each and every function of, again, up to 8 different devices in your entertainment center. It's the Logitech Harmony Link. The hardware is $100, but the application is completely free. iPad not included. That's mine.
Oh, I see you just found the RC cooler from Interactive Toy Concepts. Now, this is so cool because it can hold up to 12 drinks plus ice. It can bring me a drink from up to 30 feet away, and it's only $60. But the best part about it is you just served me. Thank you. All right, now that the living room is fully stocked, it's time to invite your friends over for some football.
Yeah, and while they're there, make sure you catch NBC Sports coverage of Super Bowl 46. That's February 5th at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern. Oh, it's like this is scripted. People arrived just on time. Amazing.
All right, here's your apron.
Yeah.
The kitchen is back that way.
Yeah,
So.
a sandwich, some quesadillas.
Poppers.
Oh, jalapeno poppers?
Yes.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Yoy-Malor, editor extraordinaire on Attack of the Show. Coming up, we got a crazy washing machine and some awesome ATNs, and then Chris Gore stops by to talk about Drive and The Thing coming to a home theater system near you. Check out this crazy exploding transition.
Some amazing videos on the show this week, and this clip from the classic film Jurassic Park is one of the best.
Yes, it is. Dinosaurs are majestic creatures, but this slightly off-key cover of John Williams' soaring score makes the ancient reptiles a little less awe-inspiring.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Do move in herds.
Oh, it's painful. It's horrible.
They do move in herds. It does remind me of the Velosa Underwood, or the.
Yeah, she does a good one.
You do a great
You want
raptor.
to show us?
Oh, I have to do it?
Yeah, I think I'll show it. Yeah.
Good, huh? You want another? You want some more? Okay,
Please.
let me see if I can.
You got to channel it. Oh, there we go. Test the fence.
Yep, all right.
Is it electrified? We got to pull out. We got to see the whole thing. There's some legs and back in there. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Need a little water or something? There you go. You okay?
That was good, right?
That was fantastic.
Good.
Yes.
I think it's your turn.
Huh?
It's your turn.
Yeah, let's see your Velociraptor.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
This is Unix. I know this.
What? Is the
What do you got?
Velociraptor the one that does this thing?
Oh, what's that one?
Yeah. The Bailysaurus, the spitter. What do you got? Oh, that was it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the spinning.
I was asking what that one is. What's
That was
that?
good.
What's that's name?
Dilophosaurus.
Dilophosaurus.
Bless you.
Dilophosaurus.
Exactly.
I thought.
Just do
okay.
it again. Let him see it again. Give him a little bit. Nice. Now, one of the most impressive videos of this week features nightclub footage of a guy who's just too cool to take the stairs, brah.
not too cool for a full body cast.
True.
Because that's what he's going to have.
But doing what he did is a lot faster than walking. You know.
All right, moving on. Here's possibly the best video we've seen so far in 2012.
Look, if you've ever wondered what happens when you toss a heavy metal object into a washing machine, here's the answer. There goes my brick washing franchise.
Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, Chris Gore, Chris Gore, Chris Gore, Chris Gore.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, what's up first?
First, we have Drive.
Okay, the trailer for this film made it look like another Fast and the Furious, but it's much more stylized than that.
Definitely more stylized and a billion times better than Fast and the Furious. All those films. It's like I would compare it more to Taxi Driver. It's very dark, but with kind of this
very dark.
Dark and
gory.
It's gory.
Gory.
Yes. It's definitely gory. And but also, it has this sort of romantic subplot, you know, that kind of worked. Like you enjoyed it, I'll bet.
I enjoyed it, but it was very gory, and I don't do well with the gore.
Yes, but you like Ryan Gosling, right?
I do like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I have no interest in Ryan Gosling, and I love the film.
Okay.
You know, it's, so he's really good. It's also really dark when he puts on that mask. He's got the bald head.
It's weird.
And
it's creepy.
Albert Brooks so good in this as a heavy. Just on every level, this movie satisfies. It's also watchable again and again.
Okay, so bottom line?
Buy it. Buy it.
All right.
One of the best of the year. One of the best of last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, next DVD.
The Thing.
Do people need to see the original Thing to enjoy this prequel?
Well, they should see the original Thing, because John Carpenter's The Thing is probably one of the best horror films of all time. Some of the best makeup effects. And this film, it's a prequel because you see what happens to the Norwegians. This is what happened to all of these guys. It's almost like a remake with a female in the lead. They've got the chick that played Ramona from Scott Pilgrim. So, which I happen to like her, but it really follows kind of beat for beat a lot of that film and doesn't quite capture the suspense, but still good. It's a good mix of practical effects and digital effects, so it doesn't overdo, like a lot of horror films today, too much digital, which just looks fake. And this is a good mix of that. So I enjoyed it, but it also reminds me, like, I kind of like the John Carpenter original better.
Okay, bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it. It's still worth seeing.
Oh, it's worth a rent.
It's worth seeing.
All right, what else do you have?
In Time.
No, the trailer for this film made it look pretty good, but it wasn't at all.
I think a lot of it is you have to buy into this concept that time is used as money. You know, time is so you get a certain amount of minutes to live, and that's how you spend money.
After you turn 25,
time.
and nobody ages past the age of 25, which is kind of cool in theory, but it's just weird.
Yeah, it's sort of a flip on Logan's Run, but the problem is Justin Timberlake just doesn't really sell that concept. In order to believe, a science fiction concept, you have to have someone like Alec Guinness explain to you, here's how the Force works, and I believe that. I believe that because you said it, but Justin Timberlake says it.
I believe him as like in sync. Not as an actor. I never buy it. It's always Justin Timberlake.
I buy him when he has a pork pie hat and he's dancing. But anything else...
All right. Bottom line?
Bottom line is pass on it. And I really wanted to like it.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So many new DVDs this week. Let's do one more.
All right. This is Star Trek The Next Generation, The Next Level.
This is our first look at how the next generation looks in high def. Should Trekkers be excited?
Oh, Trekkies should be excited.
I thought it was Trekkers.
Exactly. Treksters, whatever they're
you wanna
calling
call
themselves
yourself.
these days. But it looks so good in HD. I didn't really realize how bad it was in standard def. And so to see these things restored, we're talking about upgrade.
Wow.
Exactly. The funny thing is, the only thing that does not look good are the makeup effects. Because you notice how cheap some of them are, but everything else looks really good.
Still, that looks amazing.
The starships, everything looks amazing. And it's fun to revisit this series. And this disc is sort of a tease of what's to come. It's got 3 episodes on it, and then some plugs, including for an iPad app that is like a wiki for the whole Star Trek universe. So it's just great to revisit this. It made me fall in love with Star Trek again.
Okay, I think I know what your answer is going to be, but what is the bottom line?
The bottom line is Rent.
Oh,
because
not what I thought it was going to be.
The full episode or the full season is going to be coming out later in the year.
Oh,
this
and
is
then you
just
can
a
buy the whole
tease.
thing. All right, I got
You're
it.
teasing me, Star Trek. Stop it.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All the news you need to know.
It's Friday, February 3rd, and here's what went on this week. Yesterday, we talked about the lady who sued Honda over poor gas mileage and won $10,000. The Civic Hybrid owner took Honda to court because she said her car wasn't getting the 50-mile-per-gallon fuel efficiency the automaker promised. Jalopnik's Ben Popkin joined us to talk about the big impact of this little legal victory.
Heather Peters got consumer justice. She saw the class action lawsuit notice that was delivered to her, and she said, $100, $200, I think that's chump change. I'm not getting the advertised MPG. I'm supposed to be getting 50. I've been getting more like 40. So she decided to opt out of that class action lawsuit, take it to small claims court, and she won big. Go to your county courthouse website and look up the small claim section. They have basically a cookbook. It's a recipe, and you just follow it step by step. If you can make a pie, you can file a small claims suit.
Julian Assange is making a strong case that he should be the next Bond villain. The founder of WikiLeaks is reporting considering moving the site's servers to a floating platform stationed in international waters. However, some questions whether simply moving the servers will allow the whistleblowing site to run without persecution. In order to ensure they wouldn't be harassed, the workers themselves would also have to move to the offshore base. Up next, a WikiLeaks cruise line, government secrets, shuffleboard, and all-you-can-eat buffets. Yeah. And finally, it's time for the Fark.com story of the day. For the first time ever, NASA has acquired video of the dark side of the moon. And curiously enough, it syncs up perfectly with The Wizard of Oz. Okay, that's not entirely true. That would be cool, though. The rare perspective was captured by NASA's Twin Grail probes. In the video, you can see the 93-mile-wide Drygalski Basin and the Mare Oriental Crater, which is a whopping 560 miles wide. Prior to this, the dark side had only been seen by Apollo astronauts during their orbit around the moon. NASA will actually hand the footage over to young students to take a closer look and recommend further exploration. And a plot of land for Newt Gingrich's moon base. So, yeah, I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed.
Hey guys, Aaron again. Stick around, Kevin puts on a fake mustache and tries not to castrate anybody. Then we got an interview with Michael B. Jordan from the new sci-fi movie Chronicle. He talks about special effects, gaming, and gives Candace something to remember him by. Stick around.
What's the best way to carve a turkey?
Karate!
Should I ask my girlfriend to marry me?
No!
Who's the hot new fashion designer this season?
That's a great question. Gentleman out of Milan. His specialty is printed silks. I believe his name is... Go f*** yourself!
It's time for Dude Man Rod's manly tips for nudeness.
My knees hurt. Is it okay to pee sitting down?
Of course. Bathroom time is private time. Do whatever it takes to make the experience both comfortable and enjoyable. But before you nestle into that seat to take your tinkle, you're going to want to follow these important steps. Step 1, break out the hedge clippers. You probably don't own any, since you sound like a giant pussy. So borrow some from your neighbor, and make sure they are razor sharp. Step 2, remove your penis. Go ahead. It's not like you need it anymore. You see, for people like you, a wang is purely decorative. It's like a wedding ring or a bowl of wax fruit. Cut that puppy off. Step 3, get some standard grade brown paper and twine. Then go to the nearest post office and mail your penis to somewhere that it'll be appreciated. You know, somewhere like the jungle, where the wieners of stupid baby men like you are eaten by the villagers for virility and to keep away the evil spirits. Step 4, return the hedge clippers. Just explain the blood and screaming to your neighbor. Assure him there's no need to call the police. You just needed a wee-wee while sitting down. Now you're ready to go. Put on a sundress and a bonnet and whiz your fucking heart out. Welcome to ladyhood. Remember to flush.
See you dumbasses next time for Dude Man Ron's Manly Tips for Dudeness.
As more superheroes come to life on the big screen, it's time to stop and consider the source material. You know, comics. That's why this week on Fresh Ink, we'll be looking at Catwoman, Nick Fury, and a whole new Daredevil. Whoa, laser hands. This summer, Nick Fury will be leading the Avengers into battle, but right now he's surrounded by death and destruction in Secret Warriors Night. In the upcoming Avengers movie, Nick Fury is played by the awesome Samuel L. Jackson, but in the regular old Marvel universe, he still looks like this. Don't hold it against him, because this may be one of the most compelling chapters in Fury history. Featuring a covert mission that turns into a massive battle against the terrorist organization Hydra, this super-powered espionage story results in several shocking deaths and a tale of self-sacrifice that rocks our one-eyed hero to his core. Of course, not every superhero movie is amazing. Daredevil's lackluster 2003 film didn't set the world on fire, but here's the good news. Until he gets a cinematic reboot, you should be reading this. Daredevil Volume 1 tosses the old, grim, and gritty hornhead of the last decade right out the window. Instead, we get a lighter, brighter, high-flying Matt Murdock, and the result may just be the best superhero comic on the market today. Boasting innovative layouts, brilliant plotting, and a knockdown, drag-out battle with a muscle-bound thug who just loves beating up superheroes, this Devil is definitely worth making a deal with. Now, before Catwoman claws up Batman in this summer's Dark Knight Rises, why not reacquaint yourself with the slinky Selena Kyle in one of the best Catwoman stories ever told, Trail of the Catwoman. This just-released volume collects a boatload of nearly impossible-to-find Catwoman stories by two of the best creators working in comics today, Ed Brubaker and Darwin Cook. From daring heists to the search for a serial killer who preys on prostitutes, these hard-boiled stories represent everything we love about Catwoman, unlike the super-awful Halle Berry movie I'm still trying to forget. Avengers and Dark Knight Rises won't be out until this summer, but that gives you plenty of time to curl up with a good comic.
Last week, Earth was hit with one of the largest solar storms in the last decade. And while we came out relatively unscathed, it illuminated just how small we are in the grand scheme of things. We are literally surrounded by millions of galaxies, many of them devoid of growth and have been stagnant for billions of years. But it turns out that this may not have always been the case. Recently, astronomers with the European Southern Observatory found that many of the ancient galaxies in our night sky used to be bursting with baby stars. These starbursts were captured using the APEX telescope, which gave scientists a snapshot of the early universe from over 10 billion years ago. Unfortunately, these bursts only lasted about 100 million years, relatively short in cosmological terms. Scientists theorize that the immense energy given off by these new stars fueled the supermassive black holes at the galaxy's center. This resulted in these black holes destroying most of the stars before they could form. Man, talk about biting the hand that feeds you. Oh, and speaking of black holes, it looks like we may have actually gotten one step closer to capturing one on film. As you know, black holes are collapsed stars with a gravitational pull so strong that practically nothing can escape its grasp, even light, which makes black holes nearly impossible to photograph. However, a group of scientists ranging from Caltech to MIT plan to build an array of 50 radio dishes called the Event Horizon Telescope. With it, they intend to capture the area right up to the edge of a black hole, giving us our first look at its environment. They aim to test Einstein's theory of relativity and also get a better understanding of how matter and energy work when impacted by a black hole. The goal is to have the telescope up and running by the end of the decade and to begin testing it on the black hole at the center of our galaxy. Say cheese! Finally, we head away from black holes and ancient galaxies to zoom in on something a little smaller. Specifically, the smallest planets ever found outside our solar system. Last month, astronomers with NASA's Kepler satellite found 3 rocky planets orbiting the red dwarf KOI 961, with the 3 measuring in at between half to 3/4 the size of Earth. Of the 700 exoplanets found by Kepler, few have been rocky like our own Earth. Now, with this find, researchers believe there could be many more all around us, as most stars in our galaxy are red dwarfs. Unfortunately, the planets' orbits are too close to their sun, which puts them outside the habitable zone. So you might want to hold off from grabbing a flight off-world for now. From baby planets to ancient galaxies, everything you need to know in the world of space news.
Wait! I have important news. There's an all-new season of Ninja Warrior on the way. The world's most difficult obstacle course is back for the 27th time this March, only on G4. For the latest updates, check out facebook.com/Ninja Warrior. Just don't try doing that stuff at home. You'll break your face, kids.
Hey everyone, Aaron here again. Next up, Michael Jordan is here. No, not the basketball player, the actor from the new sci-fi movie Chronicle. Don't change that dial.
These days, you don't necessarily need to burn fuel to burn rubber. Not when there are so many new alternative vehicles hitting the road. You may have mocked those tiny Euro cars around town, but they do conserve fuel and space. So now the Spaniards are taking it a step further with a car that folds in half. Created by MIT's Media Lab, the Chronicle project is an urban electric vehicle that is 8 feet long and seats 2 people. It runs on lithium-ion batteries and has a driving range of 75 miles on a full charge. But what makes this car unique is its compact design, allowing the vehicle to fold itself down to 5 feet in length. With its short turning radius and retractable windshield for passengers, you can pack 3 Chricles into 1 parking spot. After recently being unveiled at the European Commission, the country of Spain wants to help ease congestion and energy consumption by producing these vehicles for their people for an average price of $16,000 per car. Next up, the Porsche Panamera S Hybrid is considered to be one fast vehicle for its class. But now the Infiniti M Hybrid has thrown down the gauntlet with this immodest challenge video to Porsche. The Infiniti M runs on a 50-kilowatt electric motor and has a 3.5-liter V6 engine. With 360 horsepower under the hood, it can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds. It may not sound fast compared to gas guzzlers, but it has the Guinness World Record as the fastest accelerating full hybrid by covering a quarter mile in 13.41 seconds, edging out the Porsche Hybrid by half a car's length. So take that, Panamera! For those who want to find out just how fast this car is, the Infiniti M Hybrid will be available this March, starting at $57,000. Now, if those cars aren't fast enough for you, Toyota has become the first manufacturer to enter hybrid racers into the world's oldest endurance race, the sometimes boring, sometimes thrilling 24-hour Le Mans. This year, Toyota's entering 2 of their TS030 hybrids, each built with a lightweight carbon fiber chassis, front and rear hybrid motors, and a V8 3.4-liter engine. These cars are capable of reaching speeds of 200 miles per hour while using a braking system that's able to return 500 kilojoules to help conserve energy during the grueling race. The Toyota hybrids will make their racing debut at the less enduring 6-hour, pardon my Belgianese, Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps before heading over to Le Mans, France this June. So take your pick. Folding city cars, quick speedsters, or world endurance racers, there are plenty of alternative fuel vehicles to hit the roads this year. I just had this thought today. It hit me. Bolt of lightning. Being superpowered sounds awesome.
See that car, though?
Yeah.
The gun was cool. All right, you tried. Watch this.
What are you doing?
What?
What?
Do that. Did anybody see?
Oh, Steve Montgomery for president! Oh, here she comes.
Steve, don't look.
She can't find it. She thinks it's stolen.
No
she thinks
idea.
it's stolen.
I could have sworn I parked it right here. Where's my car?
Ignore us.
Please welcome Michael B. Jordan, everybody.
Whoa! What's up?
All right, so that scene, car is swerving. Is there a director in your ear saying, okay, the Miata is now to the right, and it's there, and your nose is bleeding?
There's definitely a director there, but there's about 30 South Africans actually pushing that car from one parking space to the next. They were like all dressed in
Were they dressed in chroma key green, like head to toe, like Green Man?
Most of them, but they didn't have enough green suits to go out to everybody. So like there were some guys in like, grip belts and stuff with ropes dragging the car.
I thought maybe they had people with Krylon and they were just spraying people down. Listen, we ran out of spandex. This is fine. You're going to be fine.
In the morning. You'll be good. You'll be good.
Just no deep breaths. So that was, I mean, the movie was special effects great, and I think I know you rendered half of them yourself, by the way. So congratulations. Special effects great. But I didn't realize it was in South Africa.
Yeah, man, we shot in Cape Town. It's crazy that it's cheaper to fly, all the way on the other side of the world to shoot a film than it is to shoot like 2 hours north. Yeah.
And so you're there, and they've got guys in every scene. A lot of it was practical, so there's a whole bunch of guys pushing and pulling things on ropes and
definitely.
levers and crazy
we used a lot of green screen, but that was mostly for the flying stuff. A lot of the special effects, the gags and whatnot, were all practical. Like the car that, I don't want to give.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah,
let's not give that away.
Yeah.
We have a lot of practical stuff on the movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I thought maybe for the flying they had a bunch of South Africans make a human pyramid, and then you just went on top of that.
And just kind of like
no regulations.
It is.
We don't need stuntmen here. What did you have to? Because I know the visual effects again great, and for flying, one of the big things they were touting was like you're going to see flying in a way you haven't seen it before. What did that require from you?
Like training wise?
Certainly, yeah.
I think I'm pretty
Unless
fit.
you actually discovered flight within yourself. Like it was a latent genetic ability.
I didn't want to tell everybody, but since we're on camera, I actually do have superpowers.
That's right.
I actually fly. I fly.
Yeah. And it's from going through the TSA boxes, right? Where you put your hands up, just too many of those.
Oh my God, getting patted down. I hate TSA, by the way, for the record.
That's
annoying.
86% of our audience works for them. So congratulations.
Okay,
Thanks for alienating our viewer.
Cool.
Do you get hassled a lot, or is it a...
I mean, I do. I just think it's kind of over-excessive sometimes. Just a little bit too much, and you get that one girl that's like, oh my God, I get a chance to pat down Michael B. Jordan. And she's like drooling. She's looking at me like, oh my God, I'm going to enjoy this. And I'm like, please, just be gentle. Be gentle.
I get that one guy that's like, oh, Pereira again. All right. I'll show you the opt-out.
He's got the lube.
Yeah.
He's just like, yes.
Clenched fist for an opt-out. Oh.
No, but we did a lot of Pilates, man. I think I'm fit. I think I'm in shape. But when you go to a Pilates class for your first time and you see some, 110-pound girl doing like all these crazy poses, which isn't bad to look at, by the way, but it really checks my ego because I couldn't do it at all. Like my core was really weak.
And so what is it? That's the one where you're on the big bench and machines and there's all sorts of.
No, I mean just the plank, side planks, just kind of like just using your body weight against you for the most part. Yoga.
And is there like a video game that's being played as you're doing that, like a Connect style thing? Because that sounds like way too much work.
I just had a hot trainer named Gina.
Gina will do it.
Gina was nice. Gina was great motivation.
So flying in this movie, probably cool. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I'm going to say probably cool.
It is.
Flying in Red Tails, where you're going 500 miles an hour, 100 feet from the ground.
Simulating dogfights was insane.
Right.
I mean, like just, a P-51, a plane is a beautiful machine, but actually getting a chance to simulate dogfights, going in and out of ridges and throughout tree lines and stuff like that. George wanted to
You actually got to gun down an Amtrak, too. That was all practical.
That was, right? I
hate those poor guys commuting to Anaheim. Okay, we love Friday Night Lights. I'm not going to do the laundry list thing here, but Friday Night Lights is great. But The Wire is something you still get recognized for all the time?
I mean, I thought I grew up over the past 10 years, but I guess I look exactly the same. Minus the hair, but it's been a show that's opened up so many doors for me. And, to play like a memorable character like Wallace, where people today still recognize me and shout from across the street, "Where's Wallace? Where's Wallace?" I'm like, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
What's your favorite thing to throw at people that are shouting that? Is it a cell phone?
I just kind of, throw my hoodie on and get in the car and
Where's Wallace? Wallace is escaping now. Wallace is in his hood.
I need no more corners.
Do you, for someone who does get recognized so much and all that attention, it seems weird that your gamer tag...
It's my Twitter. I just want to keep it simple.
Out it?
Yeah.
It's
Michael B4 Jordan. So anybody that wants to take an L, why not? Anybody wants to take an L in 2K12, you're more than welcome to send that out there. We get it in. I don't play Madden. But
no? All right.
Modern
2K12,
Warfare.
what else you got? Modern Warfare.
Just finished Drake, Uncharted.
Yeah, great game. You have a favorite kill streak?
Favorite kill streak right now, Modern Warfare 3, probably the IMS, like the little, I forgot what it's called, but the thing that throws up the landmine whenever you get around the flag. I play Domination all the time. So,
very nice. Okay.
Domination,
well, now you've got 400 fan requests now.
Send them on in.
370 of them are angry TSA members.
New tubers.
These weapons are the reason we broke you. I love that. I read that you're an anime fan, and I thought, be honest, because I'm supremely judgmental. It's mostly insecurities that manifest themselves like that.
Okay, that's all right.
But I hear anime fan, and I think, okay, that means you want to be in like the new Y the Last Man movie or something like that. But you're legit. You really love your anime.
Bleach, Naruto Shippuden. I'm like up to date. Like the new episode just came out last night, like at 2 a.m. on the Japanese server. So I get the downloads to my app, to my iPhone. So
totally legal downloads. Like
totally legal. Okay, I'm not taking money out of anybody's pocket over there at all.
Those tentacles are expensive.
They are.
Yeah. You dipped into hentai. Let's be honest. Every anime fan has done a search.
Just a little bit.
What's Sailor Moon up to now?
Oh
wow.
My God, wow.
Oh, get her a wet nap. We've seen it. Michael B. Jordan, such a pleasure to chat with you, good sir.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Man.
Definitely, man.
Please
Thanks for having
me.
I hear your co-host is actually has a phobia of
Yeah, real quick, because you were in the dressing room and you were reading. I was like, hey, you got something.
I got braces and stuff, and I just happened to have some,
some dental floss. And having it on your person
for somebody. Yeah, it's a good way to get over your phobia because I have braces and stuff, so I actually have my braces.
It's like exposure therapy, basically. I mean, if you think that'd be beneficial to Candace, you're welcome to hand it to her.
You want to? You sure?
Yeah, that'd be really good if you just handed it to
Hold it on. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's not used. I promise.
How's it feel? Candace, it's gonna be...
Coming up, Weston Scott goes all Modern Warfare on us. He shows off a grenade launcher, a Gatling gun, and vehicle-mounted miniguns, which I'm promptly going to have installed on my Mini Cooper.
On the next attack of the show.
Darth Maul himself, Ray Park, returns to our set to swing his dual-bladed lightsaber in 3D. Then Walking Dead actor Steven Yeun will be here to talk zombie bashing. Plus, Chris Gore shows up with the Transformers Limited Edition Collector's Trilogy and a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. And we'll rate Toshiba's new Android tablet in Gadget Pr0n. Then Chris Gore faces off against Ryan Reynolds and Denzel Washington in Safe House.
See it Monday.
Welcome back to 2012's SHOT Show, where if you're not going to go big, you might as well go home. Can you say grande? So I'm over at Colt checking out a classic, but it's a new classic. This is the reissued 2012 1877 Bulldog Gatling gun. This bad boy is finished in brass, has a firing rate of about 800 rounds per minute. Now, that all depends on the operator. So inside this beautiful brass casing, we have 5 barrels that are all operated by the hand crank here. So as fast as you can crank this is as fast as you can get those rounds down range. Colt has reissued this in 2012 basically to collectors. You're not going to find military or law enforcement purchasing this. Although this is a fully functioning weapon, you can fire it. Why would you want to? This is so beautiful. It's such an art piece in my mind. And at a price tag of around $50,000, I think it's better looked at than fired. So I'm over at Milcor USA, where they prove that big things do come in small packages. Now this is the M32A1 grenade launcher. Now this bad boy can hold 6 grenades at a time, and it has an effective range of 400 meters. In 3 seconds, I can cover a football field. It's only limited by the operator. As fast as you can pull the trigger is as fast as you can get rounds down range. Now this thing will fire everything from smoke flares to flashbangs, and of course, highly explosive 40mm rounds. Now depending on the configuration, you're looking at a price tag of $8,000 to $10,000. Sorry civilians, this is for military use only. Sometimes they're the ones that get to have all the fun. Now, one of the more impressive weapon systems you're going to see here at the SHOT Show is the Dillon Arrow M134D Gatling gun. This bad boy can shoot 3,000 rounds per minute. Now, let me break that down to you. That's 50 rounds per second. Now, this gun is electronically driven, mechanically fired, and belt-fed with 7.62 rounds. And behind me is basically the ammo case for this thing. 3,000 rounds go in here. That's a lot of shooting. This can be mounted on several different platforms. You can put it on boats, you can put it on aircrafts, and with changeable barrel sizes, you can go longer or shorter depending on your vehicle. Now, this minigun system is about 80 to 120 grand, but those prices will go up depending on what platform you're mounting it on. And as they say at Dillon Arrow, he who shoots the most, the fastest, wins. So we've got to check out some awesome weapons and gear here at the 2012 SHOT Show. And in my opinion, who needs Gears of War when you got it all right here? Thanks to Ace Limited, I'm not going home empty-handed.
Bang, bang, pew,
But
pew.
that's not all.
That is not all. Gunston also met a man who comes equipped with his own cannons in the bicep region. Stone Cold Steve Gunston.
So I've been looking at guns all day at the SHOT Show, but now I think I found something more lethal. That's right, the Texas Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold, what's going on at the SHOT Show? Why are you here, buddy?
Man, just hanging out. I've been coming to sing for 4 or 5 years, and just enjoy being around a bunch of people who believe in the Second Amendment. And whether it's, hunting, tactical, military, law enforcement, everybody's kind of here for a common thread. Just like seeing all the latest, greatest, and I'm checking it out.
Now, who's catching your eye today? Have you seen anything walking around the SHOT Show that's kind of, I got to put this in the back of my pickup truck?
No, I mean, you'd have to have a real big pickup truck for that, because,
Okay.
there's a lot of cool stuff here. I'm a little bit more into the deer hunting end of it than I am law enforcement or tactical, although I do enjoy shooting, so I try not to really rack up too many guns, though.
And I was real happy to find out you're a mutual fan of Blackheart International weapons.
Blackheart built me a rifle a couple of years ago. I love it. We got a lot of hogs in South Texas, so I do enjoy my Predator control with an automatic weapon, or semi-automatic, rather. If you roll up on a couple of coyotes or a bunch of pigs, you need to shoot fast.
No, you need one of those SPRs. You need to go.
So you're throwing out some
15.
stuff I don't even know about. So. Enlighten me, what's this SPR thing?
Special purpose rifle.
Special purpose rifle.
Yeah.
Called a hog gun in Texas.
Well, Stone Cold, thanks for stopping by, man. Awesome talking to you.
Good to talk with you. Thanks for having me. G4, attacking the show. I think everybody here is a big believer in Second Amendment rights. Be able to keep and bear arms. And that's what being free in America is all about.
Thank you so much to our guests.
Yes, Weston Scott, Chris Gunn, and Stone Cold Steve Gunston. Of course, Michael B. Jordan as well. He was here. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Good night. I'm not
Come on,
Show everybody on the video.
No,